Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another Tuesday stream. I have something with me today. If you have watched, the reflections are terrible, but I don't think this is convenient to drive with, but I needed to start the stream with this. But what a weekend, guys. I hope you followed at least a little bit. I mean, the racing wasn't anything special, but just the whole event was very, very crazy. A lot of fun. New wrestling champ. Oh, I wrestled for that VCO win quite a lot. Anyway, we're moving to Quali. We load the Quali setup. Come on, load. Fuel should be fine. How many tires we have, I don't know. Is it fuel times 2? No idea. Let's hope for the best. It's a Valkyrie, it's gonna be quick. Wait, I cannot drive with this. Okay, here we go. And the sensor is alive, but something died within the plugin for glucose, so don't worry, I'm still alive. For the millimoles. Okay. Right, Valkyrie. Let's hope for the best. There is some quick drives around here, but yeah, I'll eventually be able to respond a little bit about Sim Formula as well. But overall, it was such a well organized competition. It was remarkable. No hardware problems or anything. Software was, well, I mean, it's the last garage from Marcel Onfermans. It's not a game that's even available, but a lot of missing functionalities, but they made it work for the event, so really good. Yeah, I could wear the belt, but then my I don't know, my back would just fall off, or maybe I would. It's too big to drive with, and with my camera layout in OBS, hard to put it anywhere. Either way, it's not fuel times 2. Yeah, I've driven 1,000 kilometers, almost 1,100 kilometers yesterday from Netherlands back home. Then went straight into Qatar 60-minute race with the Valkyrie. Almost won. After a bit of misfortune for competitors. And this looks like kind of a Valkyrie fest here in WEC Experience at Interlagos. There is one Glickenhaus. I'm not sure if that is still a good car. I think there was like a bot problem some months ago when the car was just crazy quick. This is way too sideways. Okay, tires are up to temp. 2 attempts. That fuel is a bit sketchy. If I had 1 liter more, I could do 3. Anyway, 2 attempts. Let's see the lap times. You know what I figured out after Sim Formula Expo? That my throttle pedal travel at home is quite short. I need to focus. Cannot think of Expo. There go 2 tenths. And let's somehow find another 1 second. A Kobe churning the Valk. How can I beat that? But come on, half a second I have for a P2. Sketchy, but 10th lost, 10th or 2. It should be provisional P2, right? And across the line, half a second to Kobe. I'm taking that. If I don't know why this setup like. Dear, and who did it? I think it was Yayowski. Anyway, mouse, but handles good. Q. This is the old one. I can delete that. R free. Okay. They're still coming to get me. Where is my cooling? Fan on. Wait, my phone needs to be put off. Don't want calls in the middle of the race. Okay. Right. Let me stop ignoring my dear chat. 22-2 in Go leaderboard. Yeah, it was Erhan. Erhan did the setup. I don't know what he did. I know what he did with fuel. He did a slow outlap probably. Saved quite some fuel and then he could do one more. Well, slow outlap with tire prep. The grid bros have arrived. Nice. I hope they work well for you. I think for GT3s the slip angles need to be readjusted because they are kind of made for hypercars. Mattia, I know. It was kind of a mishap with fuel ratio. Because it was like he did some settings where he suddenly had to refuel more, so there was more refuel than adding virtual energy. So yeah, the stop was longer because of additional fuel. Dragos, yes, indeed, you have found out for the first one that has found out. So on the left grid brow, I have right side slip angle because my thought was that when I'm turning left and looking at the left, I need to see the tire that's more critical, which is the outside tire. So I have inverted them, but it's very similar. It doesn't change much from left to right. You saw me at the expo. All right. Well, no worries. On the Saturday, it was crazy schedule for us. There was organized time for like autograph or interview session. I don't know what exactly they wanted with that, but in the end, it was just a bit more of free time. My camera is a bit different than normally. Anyway, 30 seconds. We have a refuel here. I don't want to leak my setup, but I want to just click through it. What do I need? Full tank. All looks good. 10 seconds. Start driving. I think it's wait. I need to adjust my gain. Because this is quite bright. Or maybe it's not that bad. Okay. Actually, one more thing. After the update today, I found a new bug or a new feature. It's actually the same thing with ACC that I have. If I focus on the game, I get huge FPS drops. But if I focus on any other window, then FPS is fine. Who would understand? Out of line. Well, okay. All good. Let's get it going. Well, free wide, of course. I cannot turn. We hit the wobble. Do we have a chance? Defend. Very aggressive, but that's what I learned at VCO. And at the Sundays in Formula competition, max aggression. And it was all racing incidents. Okay, into the lead. Now let's see how quick Chan is. Oh, is Chan going? Chan is going for the fuel save. I think it's possible to do this on one fuel tank. Actually, we did it at VMS. But we still had the clutch and coast available back then. Five laps. Can we say 5 laps? Come on. It will be quite a fuel save battle here. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, I guess I'll just try to match the strategy of Chan behind and then see what happens. I don't think he's fuel saving. I'm all over the place. He just has marginally more energy than I. Moiner in P7 with the Glick. That car has top speed. I cannot get the nose in. That's a Ferrari. Wait, Mattia, if I don't do zero pit, so you say I need to do the zero pit? I guess we are now all doing zero pit, right? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I literally jumped into the server. I did 1 lap for a screenshot before, or like 2 laps for a screenshot, but it was a bit bugged game. Because again there is this bug now that if I focus on the game I have massive frame drops, and I haven't figured out that I need to click on the secondary monitor to fix the frame drops. So I joined the server, clicked setup, went to Quali. I have no idea what we're doing, but I think this is now good. We're gonna do 40 laps. Fuel target is 2.488. So not even much fuel save needed. Is that apex? Not yet. Unbelievable. But well, Kobe is not going for it. "43 laps. Okay. Ah, I see. Okay, yeah, the tiny pedal is trolling me. Okay, let's lift and coast a bit more. Thank you for the info. I need 2.30 target. It's quite some target. Kobe still has 91. And finally, kiss the apex. Beautiful. DevBot, my thoughts on the Sim Formula Expo. Well, I hoped I could talk a bit more, but now I'm getting absolutely pressured from behind. I don't know where my brain is. I still haven't fully unpacked everything. Like from the travel. And I still have not got back the sleep that would be needed. I barely quickly checked the broadcast of VCO finals. But I'm so glad that I could experience everything that happened. That the last garage sim is so interesting. Just wish that we could test it in the comfort of our own sims, or like with our own preferred settings of field of view and inputs like pedal stiffness. I am not on the target. Looking at the standings, we are all kind of slightly below what we would need to be, fuel saving wise. So time to go slower. Now that's gonna be that's gonna be kind of a replay of the VCO final race, defending for dear life. Come on, 2.30 please. Yeah, the Aston seems like it's just by far the quickest for whatever reason. That was a beautiful lift and coast. Eventually Chan will just dive bomb out of nowhere. I feel it coming already. Brain and sleep both forgotten in Maastricht. Actually, I could convince my teammates to maybe not be too demanding of me to go partying at 11 on Saturday evening. But they all understood my esports assignment for Sunday. Ooh. Trouble. Let's remember the fuel safe cut lines. Now that's a lot of cars into the last corner. Oh, never a good idea to overtake and slot right ahead of the car into the braking zone. The front grip. Okay, that was beautiful traffic. One second gap. Let's convert that into some fuel saving. And let's take the fuel save line. Does this work? They haven't fixed it yet, right? Yeah. Okay, good to know. Should be here the same, right? Can't believe it. Where is the cut? Well, rip. I would need some more straights to keep up with the chat. Oh yeah, Devin, for sure. I hope we find some more excuses next year. I think Florian and Andy kind of liked to work with each other. Like the execution of both events and the interaction between them, it felt like it's well planned and that it could or should happen again. Oh, I forgot to use the off track. But well, I mean, one thing is that the event happens again. Another thing is to get into top 4 teams in the world again. Kobe is back on my rear, but I think I have caught up with the fuel saving now. Rosie, I'm back indeed. Uh-oh. Okay. It didn't lift and coast, I was scared he was going for it. Ferrari, will you understeer? You will. Well, Shay, about no stop, I don't know. As I said before, I literally loaded the Go setup and clicked drive and it was already qualifying. So, but it looks like we are easy on target for no stop. So, and we are in the lead, so that's what we are gonna do. I'm just super happy that I got the lead in lap 1. Feel like Chan will just drive away into the distance with his half a second gap in Quali. And I do have a little bit of top speed advantage or something. He's just not really closing in on me in the slipstream. Nice lockup, but Apex was good. Guys, you know, we dreamt about the hypercar tire update, but now they have announced that it's gonna be postponed. No January. Goodness. Only in February. But okay, we have now confirmation. I think first time it was explicitly written hypercar tire update. Mid to late February, right? Ay. Understeer. Okay, Kobe struggled as well. Looking good still. So what, should be 31 to go or something? If it's 43 overall, we completed 12. 31 to go, okay. It better be really good indeed. Well, Devin, if you're still here, hype us up. Although I guess it's all under NDA, so... Although words about good, great or best ever are probably not under NDA. P3, P4, very close as well. We are all in this fight for the podium positions. Copy, Devin. Let it be like that. Hey, Kyle. Yeah, either way, I'm looking forward to... Like, whatever it will be better than what we drive here in most aspects. I really feel like R Factor 2 here. Like, this feels... Oh. Just slightly less grip when sliding than R Factor 2. But with some setup changes and optimizations, now the rear rotation is, yeah, basically R Factor 2. which we have enjoyed to some extent for many years. But I'm not enjoying now giving slipstream to Chan. He's gonna go for it. Hello, Windish. I never know if it's Windish or Windish. I'm gonna get those GT3s into the last corner. Ow. Rear wing still attached, I hope. Okay, no damage. All good. The Lambo forgot that hypercars have no stopping power. Chan can always lift slightly earlier than I. But I mean, as long as we're both below the target, it isn't too bad. Wish I knew how to drive. Windish, okay, makes sense. Bonjour and merci, Pierre. Apex, almost. I get nice exit anyway, 32 if I missed P1. That's fine. ELMS LMP2 to RF to Oreca. I mean, that's alright. Yeah, that is just like I guess ELMS LMP2 can still be marginally improved, of course, but not just marginally. It's slightly weird, kind of iRacing like. And I think I know what you think when you hear me saying iRacing like. Good traffic, very good. Yeah, Pierre, as it was posted earlier today, Looks like mid-February. Yeah, so I mean, I guess the both tournaments like VCO and Sim Formula were not really. I mean, yeah, well, it's there is no real central sim racing hub where you could just find everything, all the information. You had to kind of search for it. But the streams were good. Well, the VCO one was really professional, really good. So much content created like outside of the racing as well. But no, overall it was such a brilliant experience. We were kind of the least try-hard team on the place. But still won in the end. Crazy. I'm gonna get the Lambo, lift and coast, go into apex, lock up, make the corner maybe? I'm stupid, but okay. All good. He got caught up. And now they're battling for P2. Perfect! Now I can short shift and lift and coast and save the goodness, the virtual goodness. Yeah, it was P1 in teams on Saturday for VCO finals, and then P3 for Sim Formula Europe finals. I didn't really plan my hotel for Sunday night. I didn't really expect to qualify. And then I somehow qualified already on Friday, so I knew I'm gonna compete on Sunday. But then again, I didn't expect... Can I make the apex? Oof! Just about. Sorry. I didn't expect to come all the way to the final race for the top 8. I mean, technically I threw a P2. We drove at Solder, but that car that we drove was just like... when we did the first lap, we were like, oh, okay. You know, 500 horsepower, 750 kilograms. That's a decent power to weight ratio. And then Zolder is quite a tight track. And there is no downforce as well on that car that we've driven. But yeah, I tried to survive over a very, very tricky curb because of a bit of understeer. And Niklas Hoban just went by. But alright, I beat him, well, we beat him with the Rafa era by EMM against Team Nitro on Saturday. So I was like, well, enjoy the P2. Which I meant like in a good way. Hopefully he didn't take it like passively aggressively. So about short shifting, the reason I'm short shifting at the end of the straight is just to have less of engine braking. But what you do with short shifting mostly is to decrease the fuel consumption. But I am not really struggling with fuel consumption here. As you see in my overlay, I have too much fuel for the virtual energy. So basically, with short shifting, we decrease power a little bit, but decrease consumption a lot. But I kind of want to burn the fuel, but then I need to just decrease the power output a lot just to decrease the VE usage, right? I mean, it's a bit of a silly technicality for the WEC rulebook. But lift and coasting is very important for me now. But we're doing a good job there, like everybody else, way less energy remaining. So I wonder if it's even gonna be that extra lap, or if I'm going too slow. Better be safe and safe rather than sorry. If some of you watched Tatum Race Tech Championship Round 1 yesterday, that was an absolute thriller. I took the fuel for extra lap, we crossed the line battling, P1, P2, P3, we crossed the line with 1 second remaining. So we had the extra lap. Thatcher, I've not done any real racing, unfortunately. There is not really a racing community to that extent in Slovenia. A bit of railing, like hill climb events, but not anything too crazy, I guess. So it's hard to like get places where you can spend a little bit of money to get really good racing. Surely there are some solutions, but you know, again, there is not really that much of a racing culture that the info would be easy to obtain and go for it. So it's rental go-karts, all I have done in real life. Also pushing the Volkswagen Polo 96 1.6 petrol 60 horsepower through the Relaz Vršič. That's like a big mountain, like uphill and downhill. Not risking anything on entries, but I carried good speed through the apexes. If that counts for a racing experience. All within the legal limits. I mean, it's not difficult to stay within the legal limits if you have 60 horsepowers. Yeah, a lot of good racing upcoming, for sure. Trying to get all the GT3s on the straight and none in the corner. Very nice. Outside or inside? Must be outside. Oi. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Let's recover this. What exactly happened there? Was it Kobe touching me in the rear? I think like I tried to back out of it, but then I was kind of pushed into the Porsche. Yeah. Okay, well, that's not ideal. RIP. Well, you guys will be the judges. I mean, I was in a very, very difficult situation. I think I might have pushed throttle too much and actually just touched the Porsche myself, but the moment I tried to back out of it, I got tapped from behind. I don't know. I cannot really judge it. So it will have to be the replay, but till then, let's try to recover at least a podium. We have a big energy advantage. I hope I didn't kill the Porsche. That was clumsy. Well, apex it is then. Yeah. But people ahead are boxing, some for sure. But now it looks like it's a lap less, potentially. I tried to take the inside, but the Porsche stuck to the apex, then I tried to switch. Doesn't seem like... Okay, then it's done fully on me. Then I hope I didn't kill anybody. It was way too much information to process for my poor brain. But guys, forgive me today. Today it's a bit off day for me. I've driven 1,000 kilometers on Thursday. I have driven for whole day on unknown equipment and unknown sim at highest level of competition on Saturday and Sunday. Then I've driven 1,000 kilometers back home on Monday. Then I have driven 60 minutes of Qatar after 1 hour of practice yesterday late evening. Then I tried to get some sleep in. Now I'm ooh, that's a... Is that the Porsche that I killed? Now I'm getting alarm from my sensor that I cannot turn off. Yeah. My glucose sensor is saying that something is off, but I feel good, so... 23 minutes. I hope you're not hearing that. Okay, it turned off. Everything is disintegrating. You are hearing the beep 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 beep. It turned off now. Well, hard to say. You know, that's why it's much easier to have the thingy here on the steering wheel. Let me check on the straight actually. Without killing anybody. Yeah, so there, you know, this glucose thing, some sensors are just stupid. Some are just displaying wrong values all the time, and that felt like it happened on the Sunday of competition. Like the blood sugar was just all the time much better than it should be, and I didn't quite trust it. It just always showed too little. It feels the same now. The alarm was for too low, or like lower limit, but I don't feel like it's lower limit. No boxing. Oh, it turned in on me. No worries. I did worse before. I think I can push for a lap less now, right? On the fuel target. It's not really an endurance setup, but it rotates as much as I want. There we go. Better be safe than sorry. And the battle for P5 is on. If we can call it a battle, it's more like a battle against the fuel. But yeah, it's now saying it's 14 laps to go. So we might be good. Six seconds to P3, and P3 is in big trouble with fuel. He will have to box. I don't deserve more than P3 at this stage, that's for sure. Okay, that's my racing excuse, is if I actually have too little of blood sugar, then that's a problem. That can impede my logical thinking. Hasn't happened yet in all the sim career, but today I'm a bit more careless, to be honest. Too much of celebratory spirit going on to be serious, which is not best, but alright. Yeah, I mean it's good to have these beeps, right? And then it's mostly, well, grandpas and grandmas hearing the beeps because of type 2 diabetes, but I'm type 1. But similar problems. This is a Porsche. No, I think the Valkyrie just has like 3/10 advantage over every other car, at least. It's not a fair fight. The finger pricks, right? No, I've used those for years, but now I just have them like for a double check if something fails on the sensor. It's not really useful for racing. You cannot test in the finger in the middle of the race, but if you have a sensor, then you can do anything. I wonder how that iRacing, IndyCar. I think there is an IndyCar driver that has type 1 diabetes as well, and probably has just his blood sugar value on the steering wheel as well. Wiper, there you go. The biggest joke of a wiper. What is this supposed to even be doing? Like, although, I mean, there is rain all the time in the England, so the Aston Martin wiper, I thought it would reflect that, but what if it actually has some really clever physics going on where the wiper just clears everything anyway, or like the wind or some deflectors put all the raindrops away from the top end of the windshield, but LMU doesn't simulate it. I'm yet to try the rain, the proper rain after the update. Supposedly the water is flowing better off the windshields now, so maybe the tiny wiper does a job good enough. Must be the water. I'm not sat on the top of dashboard. I'm sat 70 to 80 centimeters away from the monitor or from the dashboard. So dash, relative to me, is like it would be in the real car. I mean, I have not measured the distance between the driver eyes in the real car and the dashboard, but I guess it's not 2 meters away, like it would be if I use the default camera positions. You know, then it would be 70 centimeters physically to the monitor, and then from the cockpit camera extra 70 centimeters or 80 or 90 or 1 meter to the virtual dashboard. Hi Kenobi, well, the race was going well until I binned it into the traffic. I had a big moment of loss of talent. Not fully sure what happened. I need to check replay. I think it was just a complete, like, it was 20% miscommunication with the GT3. I read its line wrong, but 80% was just my brain being absolutely dead from all the racing and traveling from the past days. And supercars, I will do the GT3 Championship final race after this. So Spa with the Mclaren. Might be the last Mclaren race for me in a while. Although I did a couple of laps, I downloaded the Go setup. I have to say that Sven has absolutely cooked, as they say nowadays. That's the best Mclaren I've ever driven. But let's see if it's fast in the race. Yeah, the Sim Expo. I mean, I wish I could actually experience all the Expo, like the actual Expo, because I was really for most of the time just doing the competitions. It's rather small. I think it was much bigger 2 years ago. Not fully sure. But there was still a very good variety of stuff. I got to try Assetto Corsa Rally, which I'm very happy about. Excuse me. But I don't know what to say about it. It was just like 1 5-minute rally stage and then I had to go. It felt good. It felt like it's a really good game to just sit in and drive. Just to do some rally. Like if you don't want to do the arcade rally when you just turn in at 300 and do the corners, like other rally games are doing, then AC rally is like, well, a proper sim in that case. But yeah, I cannot comment on what the tires would be doing if I wanted to go really quick. I missed the chance to do the flight sim. There was like a proper flight sim. Then I missed the chance to watch the classic car collection, which is like 1000 plus, I think. I mean, maybe not 1000, 500, let's say. 500 plus old classic cars, including not just classic cars. There was like this Lambo V10, like complete built race car with huge diffuser and everything. And Porsche Carrera GT was beautiful. But I just saw it from far because I had to go and drive the competitions. But it was good fun to sleep in Marcel Offerman's room. Again, as I said, sorry for the scare. As I said in my Discord, he left, and there was a spare bed in the room, so it was appropriate for me to stay there. You know what, like, to me the flight sim is about taking the most weird aircraft. Like, I would fly some World War I bomber or something across some nice landscape and just enjoy the experience, and then I would drive, I don't know, some F-16s around Hawaii, just explore around. But I would never do this commercial jet airline, like proper technical taxiing and well, taking off, cruising at high altitude for 10 hours and then landing. Would never do that. Like, I would never play European Truck Simulator to queue up behind virtual red lights for half a minute. Still don't get it, why people do it. Although surely there is some comparison. Don't turn in on me, thank you. There is some comparison in the racing sims, which is probably even worse, but we still do it. Mach Loop, I have not heard of it. Yes, Hyper, well, I didn't just try it, I competed in it. For 2 days straight. Well, on the Friday as well. On the Friday it was the qualifiers. The BAC Mono that we drove last year. Like the kind of single-seater, open-wheeler, road-legal, crazy car. We drove it on a snow track for qualifiers. Funny Peak. And then we have driven that kind of GT3-ish without TC and ABS on Saturday, and then we have driven that monstrosity of the Donkerford F22 at around Zolder on Sunday, all on the last garage. So I got a very good feeling from it, for it, and I have realized a couple of things. And it's hard, I mean, one would say that because it's Offerman's, because he does it, and he was the head of R Factor 2 for some years. One would say it would be similar to R Factor 2, but it's it's completely different game engine. It's nothing to do with R Factor 2, but it does feel like R Factor 2 still. But I would argue that that's because the R Factor 2 has already been the best sim in the past. So it simulates slip angles a lot better than iRacing and Kunos sims and so on. But yeah, the last garage, you have to go deep into that throttle pedal. But it's kind of realistic. The only problem was that there is no wear, no temperature problems. So you just all the time just fully smash the rear, it's dancing around, it's kind of wheel spinning a bit. You do lose performance, of course, you need to stay realistic with it, but it's still on the limit all the time. Or just above the limit. And then there are some driving traits that we have found which gain time, but I shouldn't leak them. It's just esport stuff with how you need to brake and use throttle. But yeah, like if you have not managed to watch it, just check VCO Esport YouTube. It was such a crazy. Oh, P3 into the pits, nice. It was such a crazy broadcast, like really professionally made. That VCO ERL finals on the Saturday, including like house tours and interviews and the funny stuff. We did the funniest house tour possible. I need to clip it and post it in Discord. Yeah, like it's worth watching. And then we have beaten Team Nitro, we have beaten Williams F1 Gaming Team, whatever they're called now. We have beaten Virtus Pro. And those were the other top 4 teams, besides our team. And then the P3 on Sunday on the other competition, it's crazy. These LAN events, tournament style LAN events, especially the non-team ones, are quite funny, like the Sunday one, where it was Bono House not qualifying for the finals, and he just like packed his stuff, left, and then somehow stewards have decided that somebody from top 2, who was about to make it further to the final, got some cuts somewhere, gave him a position penalty, and suddenly Bono House was qualified, but he was already gone. And then was Rudy Van Buren on the phone, I believe, just calling Bono, trying to get him back. Eventually Bono came back, quickly ran again to the sim rigs. Fun stuff. I did not join Redline, no. Actually, Redline was the only top team absent from the VCO ERL competition. It was like 24 or 23 like top teams, including all the usual stuff like Coanda, REG, and so on. Well, REG is a weird one now. They're kind of disappearing. It's ERL stream, it should be quite some hours long. Baldwin joined Redline, although I don't quite understand the move. Also, before somebody sees that I drove for Rafa ERA by EMM and decides that that's the team that I'm racing for in the future, that's not true. Necessarily. It was probably the last race with like me driving for a team with Rafa being mentioned in the name and in the livery. Although I wish that wasn't the case, but oh well. Yeah, REG is Roman Grosjean's team, but I guess if Le Mans Virtual and stuff like that was still thriving like it was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and we had stuff like Formula Pro, GT Pro in R Factor 2. And probably if the team was still good, like quick enough in iRacing special events, maybe Roman would be happy to invest more into it. But he's not driving F1 anymore, so probably not infinite money glitch for him. And also no really esports that would be worth massive investments, like for the past 3 years, to like the whole, to run like a big team like they used to be. Right, last lap should be easy P3. I wish I didn't mess up that overtake. Ah, Lambo moment. But oh well, at least I got to talk about the Sim Formula Expo for a little bit. You know, I still got this to show you. Let me first cross the line before I pin it. Hope I'm still gaining rating with a P3. Oh, I need to be mindful of the virtual energy. Running slightly low. But okay, I have 7 seconds behind. I can lift all I want. Point 7, 0.6. I'm gonna lift at 0.2. There you go, P3. As the engineer says, not quite a win, but a great drive and deserved. I mean, I don't know if it's deserved when I smashed the GT3 almost off track. But yeah, indeed, we, the winners, received this thing. I mean, I should do this, right? I don't know if you can actually read it. Come on now the chat has decided to just change the format. Okay. ERL champions as I leak all the mess on my desk in the reflection. Instead of the like trophy, you know, we got that. And that's quite nice. Although I have no idea where I'm gonna store it. I mean, we were more like boxing than sim racing for some time, honestly. Either way, let's quickly check the mess up that we have seen before. Right in the middle of the race, right? Oh yeah. Right, the moment of truth. I take the long line to have a nice switchback, and then I have a big snap, and then I'm like, well, the Porsche is kind of moving away from the white line, maybe I can squeeze in on the curb. And then I'm like, nah, what am I thinking? I need to go to the outside. Then I go... What was I thinking here? Like, the brain just froze. But then I realized, okay, I need to lift, I'm not gonna make it here. I even smashed the brake. I went to the right. I got tapped by Kobe! Yeah, he tapped me into the Porsche. I knew that I shouldn't just completely blame myself. He tapped me. Yeah, he tapped me and then I had a bit too much speed to avoid the Porsche. Because I turned away enough. I would clear him, but in this moment where I was like sliding to the right, I got the tap from behind which put me too close to the Porsche. So I tapped the Porsche. I believe that's the case. One more quick check. Yep, Kobe into my rear. He adds, look at the speed. Do you see the speed? Wait. I don't think you can see the speed, huh? Ah, sorry. If OBS didn't, you can see the speedo. Great, now the replay has bugged. Yeah, it's frozen. Why is it doing that? Come on. Escape, watch. Fully frozen. Why does it do this? So if I... Yeah, well, I guess you saw, but like at that moment my speed jumped from 168 to like 178. So like I got 8, 9 extra kph of closing speed into the Porsche. So yeah, I mean I was in a bad position, but the crash from behind certainly didn't help my chances. Is it possible to somehow unfreeze this? Come on. Somehow. It's frozen. It's broken. Anyway. I would like to reload it, but I have a race in 5 minutes. Oh, this has been updated. You're supposed to wear it with pride. I can wear it for the time being, right? Yeah, I would say 50-50. It doesn't fit like it. It's so big that okay. This graphics is interesting, right? Quali 5 clean laps, impact high. This thing is a bit broken. Maybe you can better see it from here. Like the top right is a bit funnily darkened. Or maybe that's just design. I gained driver rank. Good to see. Okay. You know what? I can... In 4 minutes I'm not gonna be able to even do a lap or like to heat up the tires, so let me just quickly reload the replay, rewatch the crash. I don't know where to put it. Ow. Yeah, wrestling belt instead of trophy. It's a fun idea for sure. Change profile image to be the one with the belt. I can do different things. Wrestling guys with... Well, Pierre, the idea was as well... We had a sauna in the house. There was an idea to make a team picture in the sauna when everybody's only wearing the belt. But as you might expect, it's a bit idea that goes a bit too far for an esports team. What is it with replays that I cannot load? I cannot load a replay. I mean, I load it, but it doesn't work. I'd love to show you the crash, or like to figure out if I did something wrong with wrong. If I killed, or like if with Kobe we killed the Porsche ahead of us. But I cannot show you. It's bugged. Unlucky. Well, next time. Ready for the race against Siclari. I mean, he has the Porsche. I have the Mclaren. But you know what? I'm not like... See the entry list. Like Siclari is not the biggest of my worries here, or not the only of my worries. All these people have probably done the spa for hours on the weekend. Oh yeah, Alex. For some reason the Aston is just way too good on most tracks. Why is suddenly this championship so stacked? Yeah, I don't know. Like I did 10 laps of practice before. I hope I mean, surely most of these guys have done a spa 4 hours on the weekend and have like just massive amount of laps behind them. I'm scared. Hi Joao, well, you're not much worse off than I. One minute to go. Okay, my glucose is fine. It was beeping before for a reason, but nothing too crazy of a reason. I think I smashed my camera before a bit. Okay, all good. Haven't driven Spa. Okay. Yeah, we have several streamers here. Two content creator badges at least. For the top split. Wonder how are the Porsches? They've been always super good at Spa. Jardier in the Lambo. Well, Lambo is quick in quali, but not quick in the race. Barrier with the AMG. Gregor Schill with the McLaren as well. Okay, well, let's see how that goes. Well, what I can say is that, as I said before, that McLaren setup that Sven cooked is really, really good. Where is it? EQ, yeah, that's the one. I just fixed a little bit of brake cooling because it's very frozen. 25 Celsius, I think it's gonna get even colder. I have the bug, so let me click on the secondary monitor, click on a different window, because when I click on a different window, then my game is back to smooth. But if I click on a game, the game is stuttering. Who would understand? Porsche lack of speed. Sounds like we need to make a move into Le Comp on lap 1. Whee! The tires will take a while. Yeah, no real point in driving much in these conditions because I'm just gonna get 2 laps and tires are not anywhere near where they need to be after 2 laps. But I've just driven 60 minutes of Valkyrie, so I need to get a little bit of brain reset. Supercars, yes, on warmed up tire it's quite easy flat. On this setup I have zero issues with the radial on. Because normally, if you push the hard, if you still try to rotate at the top of the hill, then you're in for a hard time. Gonna be probably a significant snap. But if you rotate early enough, as you will see, hopefully, you can make it easy flat. Just need to straight line the top of the hill. This curb is interesting. They like raised the inside of the curb on the first apex of bus stop. Now it's quite takeable. The tire is still cold. 51, but I think it's already flat out. Well, I kept it flat. TC intervened for a moment and it was a bit of a snap, but again it's still cold tire. Just need to really open up Eau Rouge, like at the bottom of the hill. Oh, that's Malinowski, a fellow Mclaren. It's a really good setup though. This is easy flat as well. Very nice. Tire wear pattern in Porsche is really even. That's interesting. Well, the McLaren always wears the rear a bit more. Oh, that's loud. But the front is hotter, kind of. But yeah, we can fix everything with the brake ducts. Setup should be correct. Very convenient double stint. Oh yeah. Especially on cold track conditions where you have more wear because of kind of more sliding, but less temperature, so you don't really have a drop off. Lexus always cooks the front. Yeah, I've heard it's quite understeery nowadays. It's dark. It's very dark. Where are you? Settings. Why is it down there? I don't know if we are going into the night in the race. Might as well put it a bit brighter. I put it quite bright, but I think it's fine. First lap not flat out. 20 Celsius and low grip. Good fun. Yeah, I think Jardier is in this split. Must be. I think most others are doing 5-lap run. I hope my tires will be happy after 3 laps. Supercars, I don't really remember. I don't think I'm really achieving anything with this weaving on the straights. And then I don't know if I can achieve much temperature-wise with brake dragging. It doesn't really work the way that it does in iRacing, I think. It's 13, okay. Well, I got my first steering wheel when I was 14. But it did take me 3-4 years to get quick, kind of. We didn't have these great online systems like we have nowadays in Le Mans Ultimate. I wish there was something back in the days. Well, there was iRacing in 2010, I guess, already with an established online system. But I had maybe 20 euros to spend on sim racing per year. Not 2000. Scrum and H. Well, it's just how it was. What age your peaks? Wait, what age do I consider my peak in terms of speed? 40. I don't think I lost anything. I'm still learning. Anyway, 2 laps. Here we go. I will not have great grip with 67 on tire temp, but maybe next lap. But I need to already set a lap time now. That was a bit of an unorthodox line there. They take it in real life, that anti-cut, the red one. But in LMU it doesn't quite work. Oof. It wasn't best either. No, don't give me a cut. Okay. Optimal tire temp, I think like 75 to 85. But it's kind of a guess. Like these temperatures here are kind of just like a combination of different layers. Naskideshvili with 79, and he's gonna do another improvement or 2. But my tires are really well temperized now. So let's see. Just, I think, around a second to gain. Hesitation. Not bad. Now let's just gain, what, 3/10 in the last chicane. Not really possible, but I can only be happy. P7. That's tight. 3/10 and only P7. Okay. I will not be unhappy with this. Considering I've not done Spa for hours, so I have basically zero practice. But the setup kind of drives itself, so pretty happy with it. Oof, who is ahead? 3 Mclarens are ahead of me. That's super tight of margins. 2 streamers are ahead of me. Oh no. Race. Load. Take new on the left, of course. And we are ready. This grid is crazy. Is anybody actually... Oh. That's a V10 about to obliterate me. Jardier as well. Oh, barrier. Yeah, there is some potential problems for me still coming up. Who is the first? Rico and Jardier. Manisha basically last. RIP. There comes Yaroslav. Improves. Oof. Very close. Ah, barrier got me. And Rico got me. P9. Well, one season ago, before the final round, I was like P12, P13, right? But I still managed to get P2 and win the championship. There was some rain involved that has helped. Well, this time I'm not really battling for the championship, although Kevin leads. I'm P2. He has just many more good results, so I think it's impossible for me to catch him. And then I think P3 was maybe Ramonet. If he wins and I just fully fail, maybe he has a chance. Joao doing quite well in P17. Yeah, I don't want to imagine what it's like to drive the Corvette around Spa. He binned it. Ah, yeah. Lexus in Imola, 60 minutes. Brake fade. Yeah, I think basically, no, I think it does a lot. Like closing the ducts, it will help you a lot for a short outings. And then for the race, you are normally just fully opening them up. But for Corvette, I can imagine in the Corvette you can kind of fully open the rear, but have front kind of half closed, which means you artificially make the front to suffer the same as the rear, which is equivalent to just increasing front pressures or stiffening the front, or like just taking grip away from the front. I don't know. Yeah, Kenobi, that sounds like it improves the balance. Leiden P12. Right, 15 seconds to go. Fuel is full, tires are set. All is good. We will have 20 laps around here. If the leaders do crazy battling, though, we get maybe 19. Wait, Maciej got P1 in the end. Interesting. Mclaren on pole then. Ah, that's with Malinowski. Yeah, I heard he is like a Spa merchant. He's just very good at Spa. In any car, but not that good on other tracks. Like, I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Anyway. Yeah, well, let's have a nice one from here. Oh, we are starting next to Jardier. Three wide. Who's gonna yield? I'm in trouble. Okay. Of every car that was around me, right, the one that I got illegal overtake on just had the worst of the drives out of Ridey alone. Unlucky. Come on! I'm stuck! It's the Lambo, right? The Lambo has 2,000 kilograms. I gained some positions though. No, I didn't. Started P9, right? Was looking great, but then somebody, who was it? Like, was it Leiden just sticking the nose in on the left side, and I just carried a bit too much speed into Rouge just to clear him. But I couldn't do a switchback. Yellow flag? For what? That's yellow flag for behind. Okay. Oof. Jardier lost positions, I guess. What do we have there? Gonna take the track limit. Speed and power. Pretty wide. But I hold it. Wow, okay. Now run away from that boat. Well, two boats. A heavy Lambo and a Mercedes. Oof. Okay, P8. Ooh, that was close. So it's Barrier in P5, holding up David and Kevin. Too much of sausages. Yeah, indeed, Ara, indeed. Finally a good Radilon. And tires are slowly getting somewhere with the temperatures. So David cleared barrier. Ah, too much curb. Give me the toe. Now what? I'm not gonna out-accelerate him. Ow. Why is barrier so slow? He's just not moving anywhere. Come on! Ah! It's annoying. Oh, that's extremely annoying. Now we're battling for P10 again. That was nice though. I don't know how much paint I scratched off barrier, but he was just not rotating. I got caught up a bit. Do not repair. Do we both have like drag damage? And the way he pulls out of corner. I was right behind him. Now it's 4/10. I don't get it. He is struggling. Maybe he's very damaged actually. Okay, P7. On to Siclari. 7.5 to the lead. Oof. I think we should have decent pace to at least match the leader, but you know, my joke's on me for not really preparing for Quali. In hindsight, 3/10 away from pole, not too much, but 3/10 is something that's very easy to gain with a bit of practice. Were cuts. This is a championship race, the final of this championship season. And the guy right ahead of us is probably already the champion. Not sure how the drop rounds work, to be honest. Man, every race in this championship, GT3 championship, fixed or non-fixed, I'm driving behind the Porsche of Siclari. What is it? Sometimes P1, P2, sometimes P6, P7. But I'm behind his Porsche, trying to catch him. And then he pulls away, and then I kind of reel in, and then sometimes we battle. Funny. So I'm trying to do low 18s here, right? GT3 soulmates, maybe. The later I upshift to 4th, the better I rotate. Mclaren has this funny feature, a jolt of rotation on the upshift. Well, I guess we got our racing line. Somebody forgot to implement track limits. The track was updated not long ago, right? 3-4 months? Like, just some curbs. Grid mates, there you go. A bit of a wobble. I think we are catching P5 at least a little bit. Five cut points, yeah, that's a lot. Hey Mattia, maybe it's a copy-paste. Just keep the old settings. Although this championship is probably scheduled in advance. Well, I mean, now I did a normal racing line and I don't think I really lost too much compared to that full cut. Come on, I need like 4 tenths per lap to catch P4. Oopsie. Well, that's not how to gain 3 tenths per lap to P4. Yeah, I'm pretty happy I passed barrier, but I just lost like so much time for no reason. Well, it was good battles. So that's the reason. But we are just trading the lap times. 3 cuts, 1 round. Yeah, I mean, was a bit careless with them. But oh well, we have so many available. Yeah, Malinowski has done this combo for 4 hours of Spa, right? For sure. Ah, he made the setup back. Oh, copy, David. Yeah, I've kind of stopped doing the setups because I just had to mentally and physically prepare for the trip to Sim Formula Europe. So I put my my Mclaren duties to Sven, but he did a really good job. Malinowski drove for 4 hours straight with VR, okay. Oh yeah, I tested VR for the first time in my life at Sim Expo. And I got sick. I felt dizzy for 3-4 hours. I don't know if I should blame that it was Assetto Corsa with a bit of latency in the system. Or that it's just VR. Actually it was... Oof, they had the seat belt tensioner as well installed. Problem was that tensioner was so strong. It was F1 2004 Ferrari, I think, around Spa. And basically I had to lift and coast, otherwise I was getting squashed from all sides, you know. It's a... I think it's a 5-point harness. But like I had bruises on my shoulders from it. And then obviously one of the straps goes between the legs, so... Yeah, maybe I moved in a way to protect those parts, but maybe load the shoulders a bit more. So then I was getting dizzy and I was getting squashed and oof. It was fun to try it, it's crazy, the immersion, like the feel of depth. Such a good experience, but maybe with more personalization I would not have gotten that dizzy. VR and okay. Yeah, it was Pimax Crystal, like I think one of more top-end VR glasses, but yeah, it's not great, right? The resolution. We're catching Naskidashvili, at least. Jardir crashed to... Oh no. How many cuts I have? Halfway there, okay. On schedule with the cuts. Rotate. Maybe I would have added just a little bit of rear right height to this. As I turn into Pujon and almost lose the rear. Ay, ay, ay. Are the fronts cook? Yeah, they are kind of starting to cook themselves, despite cold track. It's medium grip. Of course, it's sliding a bit more. We're catching P5. Maybe that's a good goal. Hey, Jonathan. VR is life. Yeah, maybe one day I get to actually properly experience it with good performance or like good personalization of the settings. For some reason I just kind of got sick now just thinking of the experience. Okay, stop cutting please. I need more rotation. It's really good for like an endurance setup, I think. Super balanced. But I'm just trashing the car around. So I get this understeeriness moments. Big screen beyond 2E. Yeah, I would need to look into it. I don't really know what exactly it is. Surely this must be quicker, right? The cut. Well, the delta is the same, lap time is always the same. Kind of 19.0. Eight to go. Slowly but surely catching the Mclaren in P5. Do you see that? No cut. By just driving better I can actually avoid the understeer. Who would have thought? No, this understeer I cannot avoid. Everett, yeah, we are signed up. Now let's just wait if we actually get driver swaps in hosted servers. What do you think of Lamborghini GT3? Well, I don't think much of it. I like the sound. I know it's fast in quali, slow at race start. That the rear can be deadly, but overall it's a very quick car with current bob. We are just all repeating the same lap times here. Come on, we can do something. I think I can do 18.8, 18.7, and then we can catch P5. Maybe P5 and Siclari battle. Now I lift just a little bit and suddenly the exit is way too easy flat. It's gonna be 18.8. Well, nobody has tire wear in these conditions anyway, but Malinowski is just super quick. Yeah, we lost surely 4 or 5 seconds with all the really weird battling in the first laps. The car is getting quicker. Come on. I'm overdriving it a lot. Medium grip again. Too aggressive in the brake. But the lap time again, 89. Super consistent. Malinowski half a second per lap. Well, the man has practiced, the man has done 4 hours of Spa. I cannot complain. Come on, just rotate. No, I don't know. Maybe I have melted the surface. I shouldn't be complaining about the car because the balance when driving reasonably is just sublime. I'm gonna be 4 to go. And Kevin will catch David. So last lap will be fun, pretty sure. Come on, let's do a 0.7. It's just like whatever I do, it's same lap time. Now David in P5 has nailed his lap as well. Need to keep a cut or two for the last lap if a battle happens. A bit of front splitter increase, just a tiny bit of front downforce. It would add so much. But well, no such setting in the setup menu. Two laps. Just one Mclaren moment for Naskidashvili, and a big battle is on. Front rebound, perhaps. Or maybe I do have a little bit of front damage. It's causing me this slight understeer all the time. It's not just understeer. Like, look at the temperatures. The fronts are quite a lot hotter. Shouldn't be the case. We are running out of laps. One to go. So close. Cabin with... Ooh! Cabin with track limit on the limit. Drive-through! Drive-through... Ooh! Okay. Interesting. Well, thank you. Well, he is a championship leader, but he's so far ahead from everybody else. I don't know what that means. I don't think I will have good enough overall points to leapfrog him. Remember, guys, the update today, they increased the penalty for track limit if you go like fully off or something like that. You guys think that Siclari's keyboard will stay alive after the race? Well, maybe he will win the championship still, and then it's all good. Yeah, we were all just same quick, but look, like the bop is good, I think. I don't think any car was just super OP or super off. We were all just doing the same lap times. Well, GT3s are supposedly easy to drive, so not much to be gained, but that's the story of this race and of this championship, I guess. At the top level, really not much happened. But GG Tortellini... well, the Go Setup guys will not be happy with me showing this scene now, but you know, I can always do just a little bit of... Anyway, all good. I don't know. Well, thank you for the GGs. I tried, but qualifying in pin 9 and being involved in all the mess doesn't help it. But I think P4 would be doable. P3, I don't think so. Yeah, Mache was just oof. Crazy pace. Wish there was the functionality to open it up and see the lap times. But then again, I think I had the front damage. I think at some point I just started feeling more down, kind of missing front downforce, kind of a bit of a splitter damage, which might have been the case as I clipped the rear of barrier a couple of times. Let's check that start. Don't tell me all the replays are bugged. Like I just cannot look at the replay. How long does it take to load? If I want to like put it somewhere. Just gonna leave it there. And then if nothing happens for 3 minutes, I'm gonna close the stream because I will... I mean, there is no more racing to be done, but would be really good to see the replay. If I click this, nothing happens. Time to bring back my VCO thingy. Oh, it's mirrored the wrong way around. But I like it anyway. It's a good one. Didn't they say they made the replay? The replays is like it's fully broken. The whole system is the weakest point of the game. I think it's worse than F1 2000 by ISI, which is like grandparent of this game. Medveshek and Mrak. Yeah, for Sunday Slovenian National Championship, I might join. I have registered. Let's see. No, Kenobi, the replays have always been like bugged. I could never make them work properly. But today, after both races, I just cannot... Like for previous race, I could watch them until I clicked something on the secondary monitor and then the replay got bugged. But here, it's just... Well, I got a sound out of it. And if I reload it, it's not gonna be any better. Oh, that's a shame. Tortellini GG. Well, you had a bit of practice, right? I loaded the setup and went for it. Was decently close in qualifying, but in the race I had way too much fun with pointless battles, but they were good battles and good moves. Still, I wish I could show you guys. Well, let me try to reload. Maybe I'm gonna make it, but actually maybe we get the championship standings now. You lost driver rank. Oh, I only have 2 bars now. Like I had 1 before, so I must have lost quite a bit. Ah, doesn't matter. Race contact with Yaroslav. Don't remember. Standings. So after all the rounds. Eh? Oh! So this round has counted much more than others because the field was much stronger. So Kevin, because of drive-through in the last lap, he lost the championship. Is this how it works? Jaimo said clear. Maciej, I got front damage. I had much too high front temperatures. I couldn't carry speed through the corners. I was half a second slower. I would absolutely fly through the grid, catch you and pass you in the last lap on the go setup. Maybe. Maybe not. But no, like your pace was just immense. White thing. I'm just showing off the goodness from the Sim Formula. Esports Racing League, we have beaten. It should be like all the teams should be written on there, but they are not, sadly. So you would see who we have beaten, but you just see my ceiling now in the reflection, right? Wait, what we have here? Team, it's Nitro. Nitro Concepts are sponsoring it. Maybe that's not the sponsor that I want to be showing myself. It's basically the trophy. The trophy from Saturday. But yeah, that was such a nice one. Nice, great competition. Nightbot. Nightbot at it again. Sorry for that. No idea what you did wrong there. But yeah, well, Axel wins the championship. Does it include the drop rounds? Let's see. 3, 6, 9. No, this is without the drop rounds. This is without the drop rounds. Gregor, I don't think so. I think it was just super cold today. Dalking did 17 to what? When? Today? But honestly, I have no idea what I've done. $17.2. I honestly, I don't know. They mentioned that the BOP will be adjusted, but did they mention in the update that it's gonna be today? I don't think so. I thought it was for middle of February. But BOP felt like really good today. Like the race was exceptional. With Porsche, McLaren. Well, the Mercedes were a bit, I don't know, barrier was maybe damaged a bit. Yeah, Paul was quite. I mean, wait. When I crossed the line, it was 3/10 P1 to P7 or P8. Only 5th. Ah, there you go. Only 5th lap was fast. And I did only 4 laps in quali. Shame on me. So there will be 2 drop. Wait. 300, 600, 9, 1, like 12. 4. No, this. Does it already include a drop round? This is the point where it would be really useful if it showed somewhere how many drop rounds we have here. Does it say anywhere? Does it say before you click? What is that kind of radioactive button there? Low wing Mclaren weren't as efficient, potentially. No, I did struggle a bit with some corners in the Mclaren. But if there is one drop round, this total should be final, right? Should be it. In that case, Axel, GG for the championship. I don't win the manufacturer trophy even. But it was actually quite tight in the end. And I can't believe it. Siclari had it in the bag, but then got the drive-through in the strongest race of the season. Ah, wait, he can still race, right? He can, but how strong are the races? Can he get such a strong split on some other day? Like he won, let's say round 3. Who won round 3? It was some other guy. But maybe round 2, just barely 300. And how much does he need? He needs to improve by exactly 20. Ah, well, he can get 271. He can get that, but Axel will never get. And I will never get more than this. This is not beatable, but this is beatable. Right, so Kevin can do it still and win the championship. True. Still, he must be kicking himself for that cut in the last lap. 272. Yeah. The batch strike again. Okay. Well, last attempt at replay. Come on. Game, I trust you. You can do this. Load. It's not difficult. You have been loading replays for 25 years or so, from when ISI first did this engine. You can load it today. Welcome, Jeff. Thank you for the sub. It's not gonna load, right? I mean, it will load, but it will freeze. So it's not moving, right? The play button doesn't do anything. And if I put it anywhere, it just doesn't work. That's a shame. Some moves were really good, like I would have really loved to watch them. Like 3 white into Lecombe when I went around the outside and took the positions, that was crazy. Some moves were not great. And then, that Lambo moment, like the race started, I lost so much ground there. When we went 3 white into Eau Rouge and I had to carry the speed around the outside, but then I had a cut, had to let go of the position, but the guy who had to be ahead of me just lost 2 positions himself. It was a mess. Like, again, top 4, P4 would be doable. And then maybe I would be in the championship lead now. But no, Siclari can do it. Well, guys, either way, from me, from the VCO ERL champion, it's been a stream. Thank you for watching. I don't know where to put even this. Like it's such a weird trophy. You cannot put it on a desk somewhere or on a shelf. It just needs to be like hanging somewhere, or cannot mount it on the wall. Anyway, I hope some of Team Nitro guys isn't watching, because they will be fuming at us. Was a fist fight for the win overall. Carlo, it's grid engineering Porsche RSR. So I heard there is another replica that looks exactly the same, but I don't know if it's still being sold. I heard about it at Sim Formula, but I don't even remember which manufacturer. I can put it on the wall, but you know, it's old communist block. There are like pebbles in the walls. It's terrible construction. It's gonna just all fall out of it. Thank you, Nerex, for the sub. Welcome. But yeah, till next time. Actually, let me just quickly check if there is already the 4 hours of Interlagos in the system. Nope, not yet. Discount code for GoSet. I only have my own affiliate link for it. So if you use the link from below my stream, I will get a little bit of % from that, but I don't think there are really any codes. House will fall apart. Anyway. The day of infinite loading. Right. Well, time to stop. I need a very long sleep. After all the 2,000 kilometers driven in real life, and after all the races, every day, competitions from Friday to today, on site, LAN, and from home. What more can be said? One more thing. I don't like SimuCube active pedal. Or maybe everybody on the LAN events is just fully unable to set it up. It just feels like you're dragging metal, like you're pushing against the motor, and you can really feel it. And I don't really like it. I know it's fully customizable, you can make any curve onto it, but I much prefer how smooth my Huizenfeld Sprint pedal is for 10 times less of the cost. I hope I can one day get to actually properly check myself the active pedal. But yeah, again, you can really feel the motor that you're pushing when you're like going into it. I didn't expect that. And nobody ever is able to actually put effects into it. And I've tried it now a couple of times, and it's weird. Anyway, let's load stream ending scene, and let me wish you all guys nice evening, and see you next time. Bye bye, thanks for watching.